Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everyone doing? So it is super late at night, and I usually don't come on at this time. So we are just going to get right into it. We're not really going to wait for anybody to come in the room. Y'all can catch it on the replay. So, guys, I know I haven't been on here in like over a week, and it has been some stuff going on. Um, I will say it's been a lot of stuff going on. It's just been stuff that I haven't really been interested in personally. Good morning, LJ. So that's why y'all haven't seen me. The stuff that's going on, I haven't really been interested in. I'm not really interested in beef sector history lessons because I've been here for like the first 6 iterations of the shit. I don't need to be here for part 7 of fucking history lessons. But I do want to talk about friendships. So I have been kind of peeking in on this whole James and Nika thing. And I just wanted to see what some of y'all thought about the situation because from where I'm sitting, it kind of looks like the friendship is at a place now to where we probably may not see them like hanging around each other. We may not see Nika all in his chat like that anymore. 'Cause I don't know if y'all noticed, but he took her mod stick. I was in his chat. What was it? Yesterday, I was watching a replay and I noticed that she did not have her blue dress anymore. Now, I didn't watch his whole video, but I know he did mention about the mod stick in his video. And I just thought that was very interesting that he would take the mod stick now at this point when all eyes are on their friendship. It's just a very interesting move to make. Good morning, background. Hi, Lisa J. Good morning, hot air. How are you? Background say, yep, snatch that wrench with the quickness with his bitter ass. That so let's see live chat. Okay. So when I saw that she no longer had a blue dress on, that's really what made my eyebrows raise like, oh, this shit may be about to go down. Clouds, I'm saying Clouds. Clouds said, I'm sorry, but he been low key coming for Nika. It ain't no low key about it, baby. He is high key coming for that bitch. He is out loud and proud coming for her motherfucking ass. Like I said, I watched his video. I still have to go back and finish it because I got distracted. Well, I didn't get distracted. I was in the grocery store doing grown up stuff and just didn't go back to it yet. But I'm going to finish the rest of his video. But it was the parts that I saw were very uncomfortable and slightly cringeworthy. And if I was her, I probably would block that. Well, I will block that nigga from my phone and I wouldn't even say anything to his ass. I wouldn't explain nothing. Ain't no falling out. You don't get no explanation from me. But that's just the kind of bitch I am. I'm that kind of passive aggressive where I will cut you off without any fucking explanation because you should know what you did. And in this particular situation, he definitely should know what he did. And it kind of sucks because when I stand back and I look at the situation as a whole, I am technically Team James. Technically, I'm Team James because I mean, what did he really do? He told the truth about a stealing ass, lying ass bitch. And now, just because they're friends, now he's supposed to retract his truth. Like that part kind of confuses me too. But it's not, I don't think people are looking at it like he needs to retract his truth. But what they really should be looking at is the fact that he can befriend somebody who is a thief according to him. That's like a bitch going in your pocketbook and taking your $12 and you gonna let them back in your house. Like who the fuck does that? But if they like it, I love it, I guess. Nika needs to avoid him and be done. Don't shade him. Don't do nothing like that. Just walk off into the wind. Exactly. And you know what, background? from what we see out here on this beef sector, a lot of these content creators, they have a big problem when you just walk off in the wind on their ass. They can't take that. They rather sit there and literally fight with you. But when you just walk off into the wind, oh baby, they can't take that shit. She background says she also needs to tell her moms to delete anybody asking questions about him. I agree with that shit too. Background, and it is downright abusive. Hot air. It is downright abusive. But hot air. Can we blame who is to blame for the abuse? The person that's doling out the abuse, or the person who keeps showing up for the abuse? Like, you show up every time for an ass whooping. Not only do you show up, you be early. You be one of the first ones in the fucking front row waiting on your ass whooping. So whose fault is it? Hot air said, I don't know why she tolerating that bullshit from him. And hot air, we about to get into that little part right now, why I think she's tolerating that bullshit from them. Now, if y'all remember back when Susie vs IHOP was on here, when James and Sean had first fell out. Now, I had made a video like 3 years ago before they even fell out. One of my first, actually, my first commentary video that I ever made was asking what the fuck is going on with James and Sean. Because even back then, before they fell out, before anybody was saying anything, before Truth Enterprise and all them was calling in, dragging James, I saw the shit. James was not in Sean's chat. Sean was not in James's chat. They really didn't discuss each other. I saw there was a disconnect. So I made a video and I was like, what the fuck is going on with this shit? So if you remember way back in the VS days, when VS and Sean were really fighting and him and James started having that disconnect, we started seeing James pop up in Susie's chat. Now, nothing was really said about why, what, who, and how, or what the fuck was going on. But when I started seeing him popping up in Susie's chat, I knew what the fucking deal was. I knew it was some shady shit, some behind the scenes shit going on. And I knew that James was using Susie to get to Sean. So we were all here for that. We all fucking saw that. Do you think that James is above using Nika to get to Sean? Do you think Nika is above using James to get to Sean? I hate to really put it on Sean, because I am one of those people that say that you all give that nigga way too much fucking power, and he don't even be on here like that for y'all to be bringing up his name and giving him all this power. But in this situation, yeah, it's all got to do with Sean. They are only friends to spite Sean. But the fuck shit is, Sean doesn't seem to give a fuck. Not only does he seem not to give a fuck, he seems to be elated that you two bitches are friends together, because he knows that both of y'all ain't shit, and he's sitting in the back enjoying the show of two ain't shit bitches clicking up and collabing and tearing each other down in the background. In my opinion, that's just from where I'm sitting. Just the movie that I'm watching. That's what you bitches is showing me. Now, I don't know what the fuck else everybody else is seeing on their phone, because everybody's YouTube story is different. Everybody sees different things at different times. Everybody's YouTube reality show is different. We all do come to the same conclusion most of the time, but for the most part, all our little reality shows that we watch are different. So I'm like, first of all, in my opinion, from what I saw, the way the shit went down, they only became friends again to spite Sean, which means that the friendship is not really real. And I believe there are other people out here who are friends with YouTubers to spite Sean. For example, I believe there are people who are friends with Food Junkie only to spite Sean. Like, if they hadn't had that little falling out back in the day and the little separation, I don't think certain people would be friends with Food Junkie. I think they keep him around because they think it spites Sean. And that's an awful reason to keep a motherfucker around that you really don't like, just to spite somebody who you like less. Like, I wish the fuck I would. deal with somebody that I don't fucking like just to spite somebody else. Fuck both of you bitches. Both of y'all can run off into the wind holding hands. All right, let me see what else is going on. Oh, so it seems that Jay Wilson is live right now. He's over there discussing some kind of bug that was crawling up his wall. Now, some people saying that it was a cockroach crawling up Jay Wilson's wall. I don't know. It looked like a circular bug to me. I thought it was a fly at first, but the bitch didn't take flight. He didn't take off and take flight. He kind of crawled around. So it could have been a beetle or a spider. It was not bullet shaped like no cockroach. So you niggas can go ahead with all that. It did not look like no cockroach. It just looked like a fucking bug. And anybody knows that if you live in the South, it ain't nothing you can do. You're gonna get bugs in your house. Ain't nothing you can do. Nothing. You can seal the whole fucking neighborhood up. You still gonna get bugs in your house. So. But it didn't look like a roach. It just looked like a regular common bug. But anyways, back to this James and Nika shit. The way he did a cleanup, and it was, I guess he was cleaning himself up, because if you look at the thumbnail, it was him in the bathtub with some bubbles and stuff. And that cleanup, that was one of the worst videos. SAPD, we got some of the biggest fucking Jurassic ass stink bugs here. Like, we had stink bugs in Massachusetts, but they were regular size. These ones here are like 4 times the size. They are fucking huge. And I had one in my atrium the other day because I had my glass sliding door open. That bitch came in. I sprayed that motherfucker with bug spray. That motherfucker did not die. I had to squish that bitch with the broom. Bug spray did nothing. But anyways, we're getting off topic. I was talking about James and Sean. Shit, I lost my train of thought. Let me think. Um I lost it. That's okay. But whatever. So as far as Nika is concerned, I don't think that she's friends with James to spite Sean. I think that she's friends with James because she needed a YouTube friend. So y'all remember like TSCC and VS and them, like VS, when she left, TSCC kind of broke up. And she never really had a big relationship with like a Chopper. Her and Bless have more of a relationship than her and Bree, I would say. Oh, hey, Christy. Oh, thank you, background. It was a horrible video. So, like I was saying, her and Blessed have a better relationship than her and that other one. I don't think that she's friends with him to spite Sean, but it's definitely looking like that on his part. And I've thought that for a long time. I haven't said it. It's a lot of stuff I don't say because it just seems kind of unnecessary. Like I do enough unnecessary comments about people and their friendships and relationships over here. Sometimes I do have to really just like not say the shit. But we all know, we all see the shit. Hey BL. So background was saying it was one of the worst videos. So yeah, that video that he did, that cleanup, it was one of his worst videos. It was very cringe worthy. It gave the impression that he was super in his feelings because he was over there explaining shit. Like, since the fuck when did James feel the need to hit a live button and explain anything to us? Like, that shit, it seemed like the commentary on him and Nika and the people saying that he owed Nika an apology, it seemed like that kind of knocked the wind out of his sails a little bit. And I can understand it because, like I said a couple minutes ago, on that situation, I am Team James. I do not think he owes her an apology. I do not think he has anything to be sorry for. He is not the one who stole any money. He is not the one who lied about having a restaurant when he didn't. He is not the one who was a thief and a liar. in that situation. He is the one who was stole from and lied to. So what the fuck does he have to apologize for? In my opinion, that bitch should still be apologizing daily because she was the fucked up friend. She was the liar. She was the stunner. She was the number one stunner. So the fuck does he have to apologize for? I'm sorry I said you stank when you did stink, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. I'm sorry I said you stole when you did steal, bitch. Excuse me, I'm confused. So what the fuck is he apologizing for? Is he apologizing because it hurt her feelings? Well, bitch, you hurt my feelings when you stole from me and came around me smelling all tart and shit. Hey, pray tell, I've been seeing your ass running, cutting up across these streets, baby. They can't take you, pray tell. They cannot take you, pray tell. I don't know who you is, bitch. But I know they can't take you. Background said, what I want to know is why the fuck does this old dry ass shit keep coming up? Quiet as it's kept. Vegas Gate was boring as shit. A bunch of brands strutting, a bunch of off brands strutting around in a rented house. You know what? The actual Vegas Gate was boring as shit. Background. I remember the actual Vegas Gate. It was boring as shit. It's when they got home, when all the motherfucking fireworks and fisticuffs started popping off. Andrea said, I understand that and I get all that, but does he have a way to humiliate her and keep doing it? I'm just asking a question. Well, you know what? Hot air, that's his way of getting back at her for that shit. Like, I am one of those people. I love a good get back. I love a good revenge. I do like to keep popping the motherfucker as many times as they're gonna let me keep popping their ass. When I say popping, I ain't talking about a 5-8 pop. I'm talking like you pop a motherfucker on the hand. If you're going to put your hand out here and continue to let me keep popping that motherfucker and hotting it up and redding that bitch up, I'm going to keep popping that motherfucker. That's just the type of person I am. So, I I don't know. I can't remember. I cannot recall Nika ever coming out here, number one, admitting her wrong, number two, actually giving a heartfelt apology. And I don't think she has because James has said that he hasn't received one and he doesn't want one. So how can people, you know what it is? It's because we're a sector of women. It's like 90% women over here. And even though when we be wrong, we don't want to admit when we fucking wrong. Like y'all bitches know, especially y'all ones in here who are married or have a relationship or whatever, y'all bitches know y'all could be fucking wrong. But if that nigga wants a quiet night in a quiet house, he better bring his ass in here and apologize. I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong. Nigga, you need to apologize so we can nip this shit in the bud and everybody can go to sleep happy. I think maybe a lot of the women of the sector are in that position of nigga, I don't give a fuck if I'm wrong. You still better apologize. Ain't nobody getting a wink of sleep around here. I think maybe that might be a little bit of what's going on. Cause that's the kind of bitch I am. I know it's not right. I know it's wrong. Hey, Queen Lady T. Hey, Jen the Goddess. Jen the Goddess say, damn, you got a lot of moderators. No, I really don't. I think I have 3, maybe 6 moderators. They just all happen to be a fucking wake. And when I come live in the morning, them bitches be asleep. Don't none of them be in here. They just happen to be night owls, I guess. But I really don't have that many. Once JC was removed, Vegas became more interesting. I'm just saying. Yeah. And it was also comments made about James being a introvert and Sean being an extrovert. And that's what they show on YouTube, but in actuality, in real life, it's the opposite. I could understand how that person who called in to Jay Wilson, it was a person who called in to Jay Wilson who made that observation. And I can understand where they were coming from with that, because when you look at footage And James has said it several times. When you listen to James, you gotta listen to what that nigga says. The things that he says several times. If you've heard him say something several times and kind of harp on it and say it with a little snark in his voice, that's something that fucking bothers him. Okay? He said several times that when he goes out of town with these people, he doesn't go live. They are the ones that go live and shove a camera in his face. He said it just like that. They shove a camera in my face. When I went live with Duchess Kelly Love, I didn't go live. He was the one that hit the button and shoved the camera in my face. So that means that it's an issue for him. He doesn't really fucking like it. It's a point of contention, and he feels like he's better than y'all because he doesn't feel the need to go live like that when he meets up with people or when he goes out of town or whatever. He's using that as a looking down his nose at you people. Just like he uses the fact that and Nika made 20 videos and Sean made 14 videos and I only have the one. That's looking down his nose at you bitches. Can't you hear it in his voice? I don't know. I had a very, very shady, like great grandmother and grandmother. Like both of them bitches was real shady. Like they loved me. Of course, I was the oldest grandchild. I was the prize of the family, whatever, whatever. But you know, they were real shady bitches. And you could pick up on that even as a child. And James, he has that air of shadiness that my great grandmother had. Like you could walk in a room and that nigga's face when he looks at you will tell you everything he thinks about you. He cannot hide it. He cannot hide it in his face, and he damn sure can't hide it in his voice when he has disdain for you or for something that you're doing. And from when he talks about how these people, when he meets up with them and they go live and shove the camera in his face, he has disdain for that shit. He does not like that shit, and he looks down on y'all for that shit. And little things, his tone of voice, the way he says things, if you listen to him closely, you can hear the shit he doesn't like. Even though he's not going to say he doesn't like it, you could tell he doesn't like it. And I think that that is one of the things that Nika may not pick up on. Let me see what y'all saying. Background say, yep, he said it multiple times. As much mouth as James has, why won't he say, let's not go live? Because he wants to be live without him being the one to go live. Y'all know how he sits there with his fucking lips all pursed, looking all demure, looking unbothered, like he really doesn't want to be on camera while being all up in the camera. Like he used to act the same way on the gentleman's panel. I don't even know why he would agree to do a panel and get up there and act all bougie and above it all. Y'all remember he used to be up there on the gentleman's panel just fucking perched? It was the weirdest shit to me. It seemed like he didn't want to be there. It seems like he doesn't want to be around other content creators. And Sean has said previously that James really don't care about his subscribers and don't want to be meeting up with these motherfuckers. And I don't know. I kind of felt that way too. I don't want to say it's because Sean said it. I don't know. It's just a feeling. I felt that way. I just feel like James, he has a air of not wanting to be bothered, if that makes sense, or an air of being above it all. Not necessarily above the person, but just above it all. I don't watch him, however, he loves when he's the topic. Queen Lady T, you need to at least go watch that last cleanup he did. I mean, it's very telling. Well, if that's a problem, he's on vacation. Tell everybody he don't want to go live and didn't want his camera in his face. That's all he has to do. Yeah, I mean, that is all he has to do. But then people could use that against him. You know, if he had told Sean when they were together, I don't want to go live, don't put me on camera. Sean could have come back and used that and said, "Oh, James didn't want to be on camera. He didn't want me to show how short he was, or he didn't want me to show how fat he had got." You know, shit like that. So it could be looked at as a point of contention if he tells them that he doesn't want to be on camera. And truthfully, if you meet up with somebody on YouTube, you better motherfucking believe that it's a possibility, a great possibility your ass is going to be on camera. And if it wasn't discussed before y'all met up, how dare you? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stuff to unpack with that shit. Now, as far as liking James, y'all know I like James as a content creator. When I say I like people, I'm talking about as a content creator. I'm not talking about as a person. There are very few people on here that I like as a person, and those people who I do like as a person are close to me. It ain't none of these big content creators. I don't really care for any of them personally as a person. If I saw any of them in real life, I definitely probably would cross the motherfucking street because I don't even want to breathe the same air as these people. But as far as entertainment, they're hilarious. I love them. It's kind of like I would equate it to Martin Lawrence. Martin Lawrence is a great comedian. He's hilarious. As a person, I don't fucking like him though. Kevin Hart's the same. Kevin Hart is fucking hilarious. As a person, I can't stand that little bitch. I'll spit in his face and slap him in the mouth. As a person. Excuse me. Background said I can't stand Kevin. He's hilarious though. That little bitch be making me laugh so fucking hard, but as a person, I can't stand him. As a person, if I seen Kevin Hart jutting his little ass down the sidewalk near me, I would cross the fucking street. I would not want an autograph for him. I would not want to talk to him. I would not want to hear anything from him. So, if y'all can understand that. Queen Lady T said we show do. However, he says he don't like the attention, but it's the opposite. He loves all the attention. Anybody out here on the YouTube who's a content creator or a very active person in the chat and they tell you they don't like attention, they are a bald-headed fucking liar. A bald-faced fucking liar. What you talking about? You don't like attention, but then you come on here and hit the fucking live button. What is a live button if it's not attention? I will say I'd much rather the DC Vegas gate shit over that Dory Raw Frumpy Kimmy. Yeah, that's really when I checked out. Like, you bitches lost me with that Dory and Kimmy and Raw shit. Lost me with that shit. And they lost me with that previous storyline. Wasn't the previous storyline some black sector bullshit? They lost me with that shit too. I'm glad that you niggas have kind of weeded the black sector out. Oh, thank you for the 14 likes, people. Thank y'all. I'm glad that y'all have weeded the black sector out because those fuckers are exhausting. Once again, I have never laughed over in a black sector video. Never. Ever. None of you niggas. Not one of you are funny. Now, y'all can do a little bit of good cussing over there. Y'all can gag a little bit. But y'all bitches ain't funny. So, I'm glad that we've basically weeded them motherfuckers out for the most part. I did see that Jay Wilson had a panel full of them bitches over there the other day. I don't know what they was talking about. I don't know what was going on. I don't have time for that stupid shit. Honestly, they annoying. They can keep their black sector BS over there. Yes, the fuck they can. Yes, they can. And y'all know that's why when this black sector shit going on, I don't talk about it. I don't even fucking come live because I don't want none of them bitches subscribing to me. We ain't got no fucking black sector subscribers over here. Not like that. Y'all won't see them bitches to fuck up over here. They don't even be in the motherfucking bushes. Good. Good. Exactly, background. No new friends. And I'm the type of beef sector commentator to where, like, you really have to know. You really have to know to even know to find my fucking page. I'm not one of the ones they talk about all the time. Like, you'll hear my name in passing, maybe, but you really have to know to even fucking be over here. So I appreciate that shit. Like, fuck that. Y'all won't never see me doing no B sector commentary going live talking about none of them niggas. Fuck them. That's the way to keep them cockroaches out of your house. Don't even acknowledge them bitches. And I learned real fast and quick how not to acknowledge a motherfucker, how to ignore when Sir King brought his bitch ass over here. Because I couldn't stand that motherfucker. I still really don't care for his ass. And y'all gave Sir King a many number of months to where he was a main topic. And I hated all that shit. I couldn't stand it. It was fucking awful. And I'm glad it's over. I'm so glad it's over. And I'll be glad when this black sector shit is over. And I feel like it's almost there. Left-handed Libra said, I know it's slow in the beef sector, but to keep reliving all of this old stuff, I'd rather relive this old Vegas Gate shit 20 more times as opposed to have one more black sector situation over here where they bring they shit over here. And I really wish Jay Wilson would ban that Vic motherfucker from his page, because that nigga, oh my God, every time he comes on, Jay Wilson, I have to leave your room. First of all, you can smell that dusty bitch through the fucking phone. It's disgusting, Jay Wilson. If you're not going to ban him from your StreamYard, you should at least make that motherfucker aware that he needs to keep his camera off. Like, I'm serious. I am not even gagging and dragging. I am so serious. That dusty bitch, he looks like he smells like dog piss. He looks like he smells like dog piss. He looks like he lives in a house with no soap. They say he has a wife, but Jesus Christ, how? Where? Why? I bet that bitch keeps a motherfucking vaginal infection and what's that shit? A urinary tract infection, because he definitely is swinging some of the dirtiest dick in the beast. Ain't no way his face and head look like that and his dick is clean. Like the visual for me, Jay Wilson, every time he comes on, I have to leave your fucking room, and sometimes I forget to come back. And I'm sure I'm not the only one, my nigga. So you may have to talk to him in the background and just let him know, like, the women are not feeling these visuals you are kicking, sir. What the fuck ever. But it's bad. It's bad. You can smell the dog piss through the phone when that nigga hits the fucking StreamYard. And he don't be up there wanting nothing. He's a black sector Kiki. He don't be wanting a motherfucking thing. Good morning, Tisa. Left-handed Libra say Jay Wilson was the main one talking about he didn't want to merge. He didn't want to deal with the black sector people because of the way they get down. But he has a whole panel full of black sector. Yeah, you know why he had a whole panel full of black sector? What is the date? Today is the 11th. That nigga is working for the 21st, the 22nd, whatever day the little text come out. That nigga is beefing $4. Didn't he say him and Boo got some little something they got going on? He said he wanted to they was supposed to be going to Dollywood or something. I'm sure they already been, but you know, he said he doing little extracurricular activity shit with him and Boo, him and Bay with his little money. So he liked that shit to keep flowing in, so him and Boo Bay could do their little extracurricular shit. So he said what he said back then as far as the black sector, but his mind didn't change when the beef sector is dry and Pastor needs some commentary. If them niggas hit the link and they want to sit up there and bring all their problems over there and all he got to do is sit back and kick his feet up and let them bitches talk, why not let them bitches talk? Jay Wilson been told y'all, people who come on his panel, he considers you all to be slaves. So why not let them black sector bitches come over there and slave? Make that money for massa. When people say shit, y'all really gotta listen to them now. Don't disregard what the fuck they say. Y'all remember when Lady Snoop came up on Pastor's page a little while ago and he called that bitch a slave and said she was up there slaving for him and making money for him? You think he don't feel the way about the rest of them bitches that hit his fucking panel link? But if y'all like it, I love it. You will never see me hit nobody's fucking link. Y'all never saw me hit nobody's link previously before. How many links have I hit? One, two. I think I've been on two people's pages on here, and that's it. So if you want to give all your good commentary, all your good words, all your good gags and drags to somebody else on somebody else's dime, on somebody else's AdSense, then that's on you. You fucking slave. I agree with Jay Wilson on that shit. Hey, Sharona B. All right, so what else is going on? I haven't been keeping up with nothing that Rita is talking about. I know her and Kiki is going at it. I don't know for what. I don't care. It's not important. Nothing's gonna happen out of it. And them two bitches is gonna be back friends next month. Um. Oh, Rico. Rico has been a real point of commentary this week. So earlier, somebody had shared Peace Love. Peace Love was over there live, and she was doing a little interview with Chocolate Bay. And they was talking about it. Now I didn't stay for the whole thing because I got kind of irritated and annoyed, and I had to leave. Like lately, I can't sit through whole videos. I get annoyed and I have to fucking leave. Like my little heart starts palpitating. I be wanting to get real upset and start cussing and shit, and I just have to fucking leave. So, anyways, I was watching Peace Love, and Chocolate Bay was over there doing a little interview, and Peace Love was asking him a question, but that bitch is real fucking long winded. And the question she asked him, it was like a 5 minute fucking question. So by the time she got done asking the actual question, that nigga had checked out. And the question she was basically asking him was, okay, so I know, okay, so if y'all haven't heard, allegedly Rico was over there spilling tea, and he spilled some tea on Chocolate Bay, and allegedly maybe him and Chocolate Bay had some type of sexual dealings, right? Now, those of us who were here during the original DC Gate, we remember everything that happened. Now, I don't remember during the original DC Gate, Chocolate Bay or Rico, either one of them saying that they had any type of sexual dealings together, but we do know that they were in that house of debauchery over there, that Airbnb of debauchery, and it was a lot of fucking and sucking and licking and lapping and re-licking and re-lapping and re-sucking and re-fucking. Shout out to Stomp Down. We know it was a lot of that going on over there. So is it far-fetched to believe that Rico and Chocolate Bay had their own little encounter, in the foyer or in the bathroom or in the closet? No, it's not hard to believe. They just never really talked about it before. So apparently, allegedly, it's coming out that Chocolate Bay and Rico had some type of little sexual encounter with each other. Chocolate Bay said that fluids were exchanged. I'm sorry. I tried to say the shit with a straight face. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Chocolate Bay said that fluids were. Damn it! Get your shit together. Okay. Chocolate Bay said that fluids were exchanged. And Peace Love was trying to get to the prep, like the bottom of the shit. Like, okay, so fluids were exchanged, but Chocolate Bay also said it was no penetration. So, in my little mind, 1 + 1 equals dick suck. Or is my math off? In that situation, to y'all, does 1 + 1 equal dick suck? Like y'all wasn't fucking. It wasn't no intercourse, but fluids was exchanged. So either it was some dick sucking going on, or y'all was like spitting in each other's mouths or what. I don't know. I don't know how the fuck they get down. It was a debauchery Airbnb going on over there. We remember, those of us who were here. So so yeah, it's coming out that I don't know who sucked who, because like I said, I got upset over there with Chocolate Bay because he was not being very straightforward. He was being very roundabout in the way that he was answering questions. He wasn't really trying to tell us what we wanted to hear, even though what we wanted to hear, it is personal business, like Jesus Christ. We're basically asking the man like who stuck who's what in who and who skied where. Like that's like real personal. How if I'm a woman and I'll be like, how fucking dare you if you would ever ask me some shit like that. But it's the beef sector and these are gay guys and they usually don't have no problem telling all they fucking business no way. So we sitting here like on pins and needles like we want to know. So yeah, it's a situation going on. Chocolate Bay gave a hand job to Wiley and Rico. What, bitch? See, I got to go back. Oh Lord. See, I told y'all. See, I'm gonna bite my tongue. Hi, Kimberly Black. Hey, Queen Lady T, I'm gonna bite my tongue because I was about to say some shit that is not exactly politically correct. But I am gonna say this. I've said it once and I said it again. All the men in this sector, the gay men in this sector, like the majority of y'all, mm, y'all can never come out of your mouths calling any woman any type of whore because every single one of y'all have sent y'all greased up dick pics, your open up asshole pics, probably opening your mouths and showing your throat hole pics at this point. Like every single one of y'all are guilty of this shit. The only two out here off top that I can't remember anybody saying anything about dick pics is Timothy Blaine and James Caldwell. And thank the Lord above for that, because nobody wants to see none of that shit. But the rest of you motherfuckers are all guilty. All of you. Every single one of you. So I don't want to hear the word whore come out of none of you motherfuckers' mouths when it's pointed at a woman. Not never, ever, ever. Ever, ever, ever. Because the only woman out here sending pussy pics around at this current point is Dory. She's sending her horse knot all across the internet. Like most people will call it a camel toe or a moose knuckle. Nah, that bitch got a whole horse knot, bitch. I heard that Claudiva be sending her shit, but thank God nobody has ever leaked it. I don't want to see that shit because the bottom of her stomach looked like brown lasagna. You could imagine what that motherfucking cat looked like, baby. Woo! It probably looks like a fucking Krispy Kreme donut with roast beef hanging out the middle. Disgusting, ma'am. Ooh, that's a name from the past. Is that bitch even still breathing? When the beef sector kicked that bitch to the curb, they really kicked that bitch to the curb. They don't even mention her motherfucking name no more. Is that bitch still breathing over there? Oh, she beefing with somebody? Shocker. Excuse me, guys. Y'all know I'm smoking this blunt. Good morning, RMD. Hey, just a Southern Belle. I don't know if I spoke to you or not. We talking about Clyde Diva again. A Clyde Demon. Please hit the like. Thank you. That bitch. Ooh, y'all, my stomach is growling. I fell asleep early as hell. Beef sector was dry. I was binge watching like Family Guy or some shit and fell asleep. And now I'm up and I'm hungry and I'm chatty. So what did you guys have for dinner tonight? I got some pulled pork in there. I'm gonna make me a barbecue sandwich, a pulled pork sandwich with some coleslaw, and I got some chips in there. Eat some plain chips with it because I ain't cooking no fries. It's too late for all that shit. So that's what I am going to munch down on. What did y'all have for dinner? Excuse me. All right. Thank you for dropping down, Just a Southern Belle. I appreciate it. All right. And while y'all tell me what y'all have for dinner, I'm going to keep scrolling and see what else I see. Oh, a bacon cheeseburger from BK. I have been craving a Burger King burger for like a week now, but it ain't no Burger King close to here, and I don't feel like riding all the way out there. Um. Hey, Lastanka girl. Lastanka said she had a pigeon sandwich. Lastanka, I hope you split half your pigeon sandwich with Tracy. You know that bitch stay hungry and she eats some of the wild shit too. That bitch look like she could munch down on a pigeon pie, pigeon sandwich. Oh, let's see. What else is going on? Oh, did y'all see Jesse Smollett this evening? Did y'all see Jussie? Well, bitch, in case you haven't, Leak you had uploaded on one of her second pages. I think it's called Crimes Investigations, something like that. Well, she had uploaded to CNN. They came down with Jesse's verdict on today. Let me read y'all what the verdict was. Hold on, bitches, hold on. Excuse me. Ain't no goddamn poor Jesse Lastanka. Ain't no poor Jesse, bitch. Hold on, hold on. All right. He had a class 4 felony, which was the lowest in Illinois. Um, he has to pay 25,000 in restitution, 150 days in the Cook County Jail starting tonight. So right now, well, not right now because it's like 1 in the morning, but earlier this evening, Lastanka was not the only one eating a pigeon sandwich. Jesse had him an old nasty piece of prison pigeon sandwich as well this evening. 150 days in Cook County Jail. They asked that nigga if he wanted to make a statement. This bitch stood up like the black gay Tupac and hollered out, "I am not suicidal. I am not suicidal." Bitch, this nigga thought he was performing on Empire. This nigga thought it was sweeps week and he was up for an Emmy. I swear to God, y'all have to go and see this clip of Jussie. He showed his ass. He showed his whole ass. Hey, Summer Breeze. What else? He said he's innocent. And like I said, he had to pay 25,000 in restitution. But once it was all said and done, the whole fine was like over $100,000 that he has to pay. I think it was like 102 or 105 or 125, something like that. One of them three numbers. His family was in the court. The lawyers tried to suspend the jail sentence, but they are going to appeal. Jesse put his fist up in the air like for Black Power. It was a whole scene over there down to the courtroom with Jesse this evening. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all got to go see it. It's beef sector fucking gold. Now, I know Jesse necessarily ain't in the beef sector, but that shit is beef sector gold, bitch. I babe, I crust. Next time you go to court, bitch, you can take some lessons from Jussie. That's how you show up and show out in court, bitch. Oh my God. All right, let me see what else is going on. Like I said, it's been a lot going on, but not too much shit that I really want to discuss or have a long-winded opinion on. But I did want to talk about that James and Nika shit real quick. So let's get back to the James and Nika shit real quick. So do y'all think that it's pretty much over with them too? Like, and I also feel like they keep bringing this shit up. Now, I know other people keep bringing it up too, but James and Nika are both very complicit in the continuance of this situation in their friendship and people talking about their friendship, they are complicit in the shit as well. And I always said, the beef sector, if we can't do nothing else, we could talk some shit to death. Not only can we talk some shit to death, we can talk some shit into a beef. And I believe that is what has happened. They are talking this situation into a new and fresh beef. James is over there saying shady shit, real shady shit. Nika is over there on her page being really fucking low key. Now, Fi Babe and them said she was being passive aggressive, and I agree. Me and my bitches, we've chatted in the background about the shit previously. That Nika is very passive aggressive. So those two things that they're doing does not make for a long lasting friendship. Somebody is going to say something that's going to touch the other person in their spirit, and it's going to be on and popping. Now, I ain't no motherfucking prophetess, but if I have to predict, I think Nika may say some shit to get James and his fifi, and he's gonna get snippy and snotty and snide and snappy with her, and it's gonna be on and popping from there. And I say that because he has been presenting himself lately to be very bothered by by what people think of him, are singing to him and about him. And he really seems bothered by the fact that people think he needs to apologize to her, as he should feel bothered, because like I said, on that, I'm Team James. And what the fuck is he apologizing for? I'm sorry that you stole from me. I'm sorry that you lied to me. I'm sorry that you stole from me and lied to me and then brought your black ass home and decided you wanted to shade me, bitch. Like, what the fuck is James exactly sorry for? So, I do want to let y'all know. I know it's people that say they don't watch James, they don't watch Nika. Y'all motherfuckers may want to watch these next couple of weeks, because somebody gonna say something to touch the other one in the spirit, and it's gonna be on and popping. It ain't gonna start off as no big ass fucking beef, because y'all know they're gonna try to keep it together just to spite Sean. But eventually, bitch, it's gonna go down. It might already be going down in the background for all we know. It might already be going down in the background for all we know. Cause like we was talking about earlier, he took that fucking mod stick. Do you think it ain't been no background conversations about that mod stick being took? Hmm. Ooh, Cloud said James has also been coming for Bree in a very low key way. I believe you, Clouds. Because he has said several times, and I don't know if it bothers him or if he feels like it's an issue, but one thing I know he said several times about Bree is that he can't tell her what to do or what he thinks on the situation, because they are not friends like that. He only really talks to her on YouTube. He don't talk to her in the background like that. So I don't know exactly what his issue is, but I know he said that shit several times, and he said that shit with a little snide tone in his voice. And I told y'all, when he say shit over and over and he say it with that fucking snide tone, it's because it bothers him in some kind of fucking way. Now, I don't know exactly what about that situation is bothering him, but it's something, because he keep bringing it up. Ooh, background. That nigga shaded the shit out of Duchess the other day on the panel with Nika, and then he came right back live with Duchess and gave Duchess a half-ass story on what was said about him. I said, ain't this about a bitch? Now, James, he did come clean and tell Duchess what he said, but he didn't tell Duchess all of what he said. He omitted the most shady fucking parts of what he said, which is, well, I was going to say which is crazy, because, you know, Duchess is going to go back and look at the video, but I don't know. Duchess, he seemed kind of aloof sometimes. Like, Duchess definitely gives me Chrissy from Three is Company. Like, the blonde white bitch, that's Duchess. So I don't know if he did go back and watch it. And also at that time, Duchess was out of town visiting with his brothers and his mama and his family and stuff. So if he didn't remember or write it down or save that video, he probably didn't go back and watch it. You know, when you're doing real life stuff and you missing videos, unless you remember to go back, it's just a video that you missed. So I hope Duchess did go back and watch that original video with James and Nika and hear the shit that James really was saying about his motherfucking ass, because he shaded the absolute shit out of Duchess. He continues to shade the shit out of Duchess. Duchess ain't gonna do nothing, ain't gonna say nothing because he's a scary bitch. But you know that the gays, they will sit here and they will tell us that's how they play with each other. That's how they friends and shit with each other. So I guess it is what it is. It's not for me to understand because, bitch, I could never. I would fucking never. I. Moving on. Moving on. Creepy can't take it when his faves allow their chat to drag him. He can't take it. He can't take it. Sorry, guys. Y'all know this nose of mine. And I really noticed that he gets in his feelings about what people say for him when he made that first video about 3 or 4 weeks ago, talking about some shit that LSA was over there saying about him. And I was like, really, nigga? So you gonna hit the live button, you gonna clean up LSA? Wow. Press much? And then it was some shit about that email from Chelsea, and it wasn't properly bona fide. It was just a random ass subscriber. So you feel the need to come out here and clean up a random ass subscriber that nobody has ever fucking seen before? Like, pressed much, sir? But I don't know. I don't know if he was really pressed about it or if he was just using it as content. Because like I said, these niggas is out here living for the 21st, living for the 22nd. And as y'all know, a lot of these people will do and say just about anything to have their name, to have a buzz created around their name. For example, now I haven't seen this, but I'm hearing people saying that somebody was out here talking about they pussy was tart or they pussy got an aroma, and that the niggas they fuck on like for they pussy to have an aroma. Now, like I said, I can't really tell y'all who said it because I haven't heard it from myself. I'm gonna go try to find the shit when we get off of here. But why would you say some shit like that, especially in the beef sector? I'm gonna tell you why. You say shit like that because you want people to talk about you. You need a buzz to be around your name. And what else creates a buzz other than, opposed to some shit like that? Like, that's definitely a buzz creator. So, I believe people out here, they do shit on purpose to create buzz around themselves, good or bad. No, Mildred Ratchet, it did not smell like Chanel. I heard people saying that it was Tarte. Now, like I said, I don't know. I have to go over here and see if I can find this shit for myself. If I hear it for myself next time we come on here, we will talk about it, bitch. Because that's some crazy shit. But, like I said, why the fuck would you say some shit like that over here? If not to create a buzz about yourself, to have people talking about you. Living for the 22nd. Ooh, baby. Yeah, background. That speaks volumes. But you know, when this is your bread and your butter, you got to do what you got to do. Um, Trying to look for something else. I think really that's about it. Like I said, I've been watching a lot of TV lately. I've been watching a lot of movies. Yeah, I think that's about it, guys. Unless there's anything that y'all want to discuss before we get out of here. We have been on here for 58 minutes, and y'all know I don't do this shit all night. The war. So I really haven't heard too much about anything going on in the war. I did see a clip the other day. Putin has a house in France, like a real nice house with like a gate out front, like a stone gate with bars and stuff. Well, they vandalized that motherfucker. They showed the gate with spray paint and all kind of vandalism and shit on it, calling him all kind of Putin pussies and shit. Now I don't know if they vandalized inside of the house, inside of the gates, but that outside gate is fucked up. So that's what people are doing now. All Putin's places abroad, and a lot of these places that are owned by these oligarchs are being vandalized, spray painted down. People are pissing all across the front of these places. So, did you talk about the alleged roach on Pastor's wall? I mentioned it, Mr. YouTube Streets. I said that it did not look like a roach to me. It did not have a bullet shaped body like roaches have. It was circular in shape. It looked like a fly, but it didn't fly off. It crawled around. So if I had to guess, it was either a fly or a beetle or a spider or something. It did not give roach. We all know what roaches look like. We know what roaches move like. That it was a bug. It wasn't a roach. And I also mentioned that if you live down south, you know bugs get in your house. There is nothing you can do about it. You can spray down everything with bleach 1,000 times a day. If you have a door and it opens, bugs will get in, especially when it starts getting warm outside and especially at night. That is one thing I hate about being back down south. That is one thing that I loved about being up north. At night, especially in the wintertime or when it's colder, there are no bugs flying around your fucking light when you come home at night. But oh, bring your ass down south and come home after 6 or 7 o'clock. And it be dark out and your fucking front porch light be on. Bitch, you'll be up there having a whole conniption fit fighting all them fucking moths and like weird outside bugs and shit. Hi, Relly. How are you? Yes, Relly. I know that 3 hour difference is a bitch. So, like I said, Jay Wilson lives in Texas. And I know we got some big ass, gigantic, prehistoric motherfucking bugs down here. I can imagine what they have in Texas. And it was a little black dot. And since when does a cockroach look like a little black dot? So that was a little bit of commentary that I gave on Jay Wilson and his quote unquote roommate. Oh yeah, gas prices. So where we are, generally, South Carolina has the cheapest gas in the country, and it's been that way for a long while. And right now we are at 3.99 a gallon. Now we went down the road to Georgetown. We spent the day in Georgetown the other day, and Georgetown was at about $4.09 a gallon here. So I can imagine what the prices are across the rest of the country. Because, like I said, generally, South Carolina has the cheapest gas in the country. Oh my God. Mr. YouTube Street said that they are at $5.19. So I guess I can stop complaining about my little $3.99 that I had to pay. But I will say, I let my tank get down to a half a tank, and at $3.99 a gallon, I filled up my car from a half a tank, and it was $45 and some change from a half a tank. Okay, so. And I also did hear a news report saying that right now gas prices are the highest they have ever been. We are at astronomically high gas prices. But what is the alternative? Would y'all rather take Putin's oil and pay cheaper prices? Or would you rather tell Putin to fuck himself and to hurt him where it really counts, which is in the pocket? You know, when you're talking about hurting, upscale white men, the only way to really hurt them is in the pocket. So would y'all rather to hurt him in the pocket, or would you rather your cheap gas back? Ooh, Relly says she have to get 91. And ain't you out there at West Coast, Relly? I know they is busting yo ass up, child. I feel bad for you, Relly. Ooh, Relly say LA is $6 a gallon. Damn. I know everybody in a Tesla is clicking their heels, skinning and grinning at us gas guzzlers. I know everybody in a Tesla is like, but I guess with gas prices going up, everything else is going up. I would imagine electricity is going up also, so they probably are paying a little bit more too. Waldorf, Maryland is 409. Ooh, that's $1 more than I'm paying. Nope, no, it's not. Because I said 3.99. So yeah, they paying 409 in Georgetown, which is just right down the street from here. I want my cheap gas. Those fighting whites can handle it themselves. Damn background. Background say damn the war. Tell Putin we sorry and we need more gas. Go to the Gas Buddy app and find the cheapest gas in your town. Hey, sweet donkey ass. So, sweet donkey ass, I did hear that Biden is releasing like hundreds of millions of barrels. They're trying to get the price down. I also did hear that Biden, they're talking about scheduling him a trip to Venezuela or to Iran, either one of them two, to kiss some ass out there to get them to give us some gas. So I don't know if that trip has been scheduled yet or not, but they are definitely talking about it. I think they're leaning more towards the Iran than the Venezuela. So they trying to do what they can to get the prices down, but they are not going to put any money in Putin's pocket to do that, I don't think. Wheat and meat is already up. We went to the butcher shop. That's why we went to Georgetown. We went to the butcher shop and prices are fucking crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Astronomical crazy. Jen the goddess. I didn't want to say it, but since you brought it up, Jen says Biden's presidency seems to be the worst, even worse than Trump. And guess who was just chosen as the Republican nominee for the next election? You guessed it, bitches. Donald, the motherfucking goddamn Trump. That's what we call him in this house. Donald, the motherfucking goddamn Trump. That's his whole name. First, last, and middle around here. And the Republicans just chose him as their nominee for the upcoming election. So when we run again, he will be on the Republican ticket. Bitch, he ain't done yet. Yes, Putin and Trump do get along, sweet donkey ass. Not only do they get along very well. They are two like-minded people to the point to where I feel like if Donald Trump was still president, we would not be here with Ukraine at this point with as America. Our gas would not be high because Donald Trump would have told Ukraine to go fuck themselves, and Donald Trump would have let Putin do exactly what he wanted to do. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's what I think would have happened. It would have been a good thing for us in the short term because, like I said, our gas prices would be cheaper, but it would be a bad thing for the world in the long run because it would give Putin and um, what do you call those giant countries like China? I can't remember the exact name of it. Superiorities, something like superpowers. That's what it is. So it would give other superpowers like China the green light to start taking lands. If you know anything, I think China has been looking at trying to take over Taiwan for years. I think it's Taiwan or Cambodia, one of them little countries over there. China has the same type of relationship with them as Russia had with Ukraine. Like where they used to be a part of China and then they broke away, but China has always wanted them motherfuckers back like a dirty, low down ass, stalking ass boyfriend type of shit. So if we were to allow Russia to do this without any consequences, that would give places like China, North Korea, other places the green light to go ahead and to start forcibly taking lands. So this politics shit It's always a double-edged sword. No matter which way you go, somebody's going to end up getting hurt. Somebody's country is going to end up with the shit end of the stick. Somebody is going to end up dead. It is what it is when you're dealing with politics, when you're dealing with laws, when you're dealing with humans in general. Somebody's always going to be the loser in the situation. And I am just, we here in America are just fortunate to be on the winning side most of the time. I'm not saying we on the right side. I said we on the winning side most of the time. Being right and winning ain't always the same thing. I know Trump's toilet be like, damn, Mildred. Trump can run as many times as he wants. He cannot serve more than 2 terms. Yes, I know, really. But see, after this next term, if he gets it, and it's a great possibility because the country, I mean, a lot of people do feel like they were better times under Trump. Um, I just okay. So it was Taiwan. Thank you, background noise. But I think I saw somebody up here saying that Biden ain't gonna make it a second term, and I agree. I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that yet because it's still kind of early. We still kind of have a little bit of time before the next election. Anything can happen. If we end up in a full blown war with Russia and with Russia's allies, Biden probably will remain president because in this country, we do not have a history of changing presidents during a current full blown war. Generally, in this country, if we are at like serious full blown war, if we are at full blown war, then we'll usually keep presidents. They're going to have a strong Democrat to defeat him and a strong Republican to defeat Trump. There is no strong Republican to defeat Trump. And I mean, there are a couple of strong Democrats, but they all have so many skeletons in their closets when it comes up time for the real debates and for the real, like these political commercials. I know they're different. Political commercials are wildly different in the South. Wildly different in the South. In the South, political commercials are more about propaganda and kind of smearing the other person. Up north, political commercials are about propaganda and smearing, but they make them fucking hilariously funny. They add a layer of funny, like almost Peter Griffin style comedy in their commercials up north, which is why I guess maybe the elections up there are a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more uh elections up there are reminiscent of some shit you would see in 1886 in America. Like it's a more rowdy, robust type of thing up there. They have more rallies around the presidential election than we have down here. Like they really fucking march up there. Them white folk are serious about their elections up there. So I feel like Biden, from what I saw up there during the election, Biden really did not elicit the passion that Trump elicits from people. Like, y'all know those Trumpers, those are some passionate bastards. And I just don't see that with people as far as Biden is concerned. I don't see that passion, that wild eyed, crazy passion that the Trumpers have. I don't see people having that for Biden. You think Putin wants to come this way? June bug with bed bugs. Y'all in these names. Do I think Putin wants to come this way? I think Putin would much rather have us as an ally as opposed to an enemy. There is a saying overseas that they say about us Americans, and it was a really big saying during the war. Which war? The Vietnam War. So the saying goes something like, basically Russia, China, North Korea, they refrain from dropping troops over here. They refrain from invading us in America, directly in America, because they know behind every bush, under every pillow, and every mattress in America, there is a gun. They know that we are gun happy, gun crazy, gun toting motherfuckers. Yippee ki yay! They know how we get down over here. They know we do this shit for fun. They know we kill each other for sport. So killing one of them is fucking nothing. For that reason, our Second Amendment right to bear arms, and the fact that we have like the guns per capita over here, I think it's like one gun for every two people in America. They know that. That keeps them bitches at bay from bringing their ass over here and dropping troops in America, because they know, number one, we got short fucking fuses over here. Number two, we kill each other with ease. So it would mean nothing to kill one of them foreign speaking motherfuckers and sleep good at night. Number three, could you imagine them trying to invade somewhere like a Compton or like a Orange Mountain, Memphis, or like these black areas we have around here, these urban areas, bitch, please. And not only the urban areas, in these suburban white areas, them motherfuckers pack heat too. One of my guilty pleasures is watching criminals breaking into houses and getting killed by the homeowners. I love that shit. And one thing that I see a lot of is these white homeowners who end up killing these fucking thieves that break into their houses. A lot of times, these white homeowners have AR-15s and of the like. They ain't packing no motherfucking little 22s and shit, or no fucking 38s and shit. They packing Desert Eagles, 45s, AR-15s, and the like. These white homeowners are not playing with your ass. Okay? So between them and between the niggas who like to pack the guns, like, we are a gun happy country. Pierce Morgan brings it up all the time. It's a point of contention with him. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't know where it comes from, this passion of guns here in America. But I tell you, I'm one of the ones, I have a passion for guns. I fucking love them. I feel the red, white, and blue running through my fucking veins when I hold an American-made gun. So, because places like Korea and China and Russia know that, they may want to invade us, but they never fucking will. Now, if these bastards in Congress are ever able to take our guns away, we are in more trouble than we know. Not only are we in trouble from them, because we cannot trust our own government. It takes 10 to 15 minutes when you dial 911 for them bitches to show up. And don't be black and live in a black neighborhood. It's going to take even longer. By the time they get to your house, you're already dead and raped. In that order. So you better have a fucking gun if you want to defend yourself and your family. In my opinion. And that's where we are now in America. If they take our guns, if they ever are able to take our guns, we are fucked. Could you imagine being completely dependent on the police? Y'all know we don't like to call the police as is. I don't like to call the police as is. Now, I don't. I was going to say something. I ain't going to say it though. I don't like calling the police as it is. But just imagine being totally dependent on them. You don't have what do you got? A fucking kitchen knife, a taser? What is that? Just child's play. So, if they ever succeed in taking our weapons, we will be attacked from two sides. We will be attacked from abroad, and we will be attacked from our own government. And with that being said, y'all, I think I'm out of here. I am hungry. My stomach is growling. I'm finna go warm this pulled pork up and put some slaw on top of it and some Texas Pete hot sauce. And I'm gonna get me some plain Lay's potato chips, and we're gonna call it a night. Thank y'all so much for stopping in. If you haven't already, please consider hitting the like button or the dislike button. And you disliking ass bitches ain't gonna say nothing, no way. So it is what it is. I ain't fucked up about it. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all real soon. It's your girl Tatiana. Bust it down. Peace.